Hey, welcome back everybody to Plumbing with Tim. Today we're on location at a customer's house. We have 3 bathrooms and all 3 of the toilets have issues. So let's go in and take a look. All right, so I've already gone in and I've taken a look at all 3 of the toilets, and all 3 have the Fluid Master toilet fill valves in there, and all 3 of the toilets are having problems filling up. So today we're going to try a new product called Wolverinebrass Finale Pro Series fill valve with brass shank. Give it a go and see what kind of performance we can get out of that. There she is right there. All right, let's give that a flush and see what happens here. You can hear water. There's nothing coming out of that tube. That's a problem. That thing's all clogged up with junk. We're going to get that out of there and try our new product. Okay, Wolverinebrass Finale. All right, so the height adjustment on this thing starts with the top knob, and it's got little numbers and marks on it. I turn that, you can see it's used for putting more water inside of the tank. The brass shank and the nut that holds that on there. So just screwing that on, it slides into place until you get it to the desired, and then tighten it by hand. Okay, so it's going to be pretty close to the height we want from the tube to here. You can always make adjustments. If this thing ever gets slow running and stuff, you can pull up, make a twist with the water off, and pull out. It has a filter that can be cleaned. This is an older house, which means we need as much water being flushed through these drains. So we need to raise the level of water in the tank. If you look, you can see what the original height of the water in the tank was. We still have all that room that we can put more water in here. to allow a better flush. So let's see how that adjustment did. Much better. All right, so we got to our third toilet in the customer's house, and I had to pull the tank off, bring it out to the van because the bolts and gasket and stuff were shot. So we're rebuilding this all except the fill valve itself. And this is a better opportunity for you to see this Wolverinebrass Finale Pro Series fill valve. All right, so I noticed the difference between the two things, two different fill valves right away, between the Fluidmaster fill valve that you see in millions of toilets all over the world, compared to the Wolverinebrass Finale Pro Series, is I don't have to turn the water off to get a full height to raise the water level in the bowl. Remember, these have the little knob that you can turn to adjust, but it only is going to put small increments in there. And if you want to raise the actual water level in the tank with this guy, that nut has to be moved, and you have to turn the water off to do so. Not like this one. I can set it into place and simply turn this knob to the desired height without ever having to shut the water off. Pretty cool. And as you see with the Fluidmaster, it's got the visible float in there. The float in here is concealed inside. Remember, we talked about that little screen that comes out of here. All right, usually, especially in the area we're at, the water quality is horrible. A lot of minerals and calcium and stuff. And these things, you can clean them only so much, but once it gets up inside of some of those little parts, you just gotta replace them. This here has a visible screen that you can take out, clean out, and that is the hub where it catches all that garbage. Takes a little bit, it'll come out. Just get something, pry it open. See that? Take a good look at that. It's got nice little micro screens in there, and that can be cleaned. And that's what is the first defense in trying to keep these Fluidmasters, or in this case our Finale, running smoothly. But when you do this step right here, you do have to turn the water off to clean these. One particular drawback I found with this Wolverinebrass Finale fill valve is you have to have this thing where you want it to be when you tighten that bottom nut up, because unlike the Fluidmaster, where if it's cocked off to the side, you can just kind of turn it. You can't turn these after they've been tightened down in order to match up where your tube is going to go into your flush valve. Not too big of a drawback, you just have to be mindful when you tighten that thing in. Well guys, that's going to do it today for a review of our Wolverinebrass Finale Pro Series fill valve. I like it. Something new that, to me, I'm not really sure how long this product's been out. I can tell you right now, I've never seen any of these in any big box stores. If you're looking for something that looks to be more durable, with less maintenance and easier to work on, ask your local plumbing supply company if they'll carry these, or you can also go online to wolverinebrass.com. Leave questions and comments down below. Thanks so much for hanging out, and don't forget to keep plumbing.